some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're gentle and wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh.
Yo, what's up, everyone? Happy Monday. Good to be back streaming another Twinleaf test tournament. I had a good week, had a good weekend, had a great weekend watching, dude, Full Grip Games 1K, dude, such good games. Just was on listening to Ben talk about his whole journey through the 1K. Watched a little bit of Z-Man before I popped in here, too. Now just hoping that we have a tournament that fires. We're sticking at 5 people, looks like. I'm the only one who's checked in. We might not be getting a tournament chat, and that's okay. I'm okay with it. We got some other things that we can do tonight. Might switch to some viewer battles if we need to. And then, of course, I kind of want to brew a deck. I've been thinking about it. I got it pulled up over here. We'll see how it goes. Let's check Discord, see if we got someone else checked in. We did it. Waiting on some people to check in and submit some deck lists. I'll show you guys the deck list that we're planning on playing tonight if it does end up happening. If not, we'll hop into some viewer battles with it. You guys know me. Big fan of like traditional hydro pump water. It's kind of what I would call it. But of course, it's got a little bit of, uniqueness to it. And this is, a deck, an archetype that was known as Fishy's Jump for a while. And it's changed a bit. It's kind of hard to kind of like peg down what it is now. It's just kind of like classic hydro pump. But I just happen to be playing Rapid Strike Starmie because I really love kind of the versatility that it gives you. You do have to kind of play for it at times, but it is a great late game mechanic. Oh, by the way, if you guys didn't see, make sure you check out the Full Grip Games 1K. I can't remember what round it was in, but basically, dude charges up the Delta trait Articuno and just takes 6 prizes, like 2/2/2, back to back to back with it. It's super sick. That's a card that we used to play in this shell back in the day, but it's changed a bit. And that's where we're at today. So we are playing the new Wailord. Images not available yet, at least not for my semi-tech savvy self. I don't know how to put images myself into Twinleaf yet, but we are playing the new Journey Together Wailord. So again, it's just 240 HP for stage 1. Attach 4 energy to it. It's 50 per water energy you got. So you've got based, 210 there. It's just an upgrade from the other Wailord in every single way. And we were already playing the other Wailord, harder to copycat. And this one right here doesn't have an ability, which can maybe help us out against, like, those Weaviles that is like 50 times ability in play sort of dealios. So we'll see how we do with it. I'm excited to see this new Wailord. Again, it's just direct upgrade, so why not include it and play with it? I mentioned the Rapid Strike Starmie, just one of my favorite cards. There's a Lowland Raichu. If you guys have ever seen my lightning list, same thing. Just love everything about this card. But you discard any amount of water energy from it, and for each one you do, you get to do multiples of 30 to your opponent's Pokemon. So you can just kind of like load it up and machine gun down your opponent's board. You're usually doing this in the late game after you've, maybe superior energy retrievaled, some energy back to hand. Maybe you've Kyogred and it got KO'd. You've got that extra energy. You can just load it up and go and just take off the entire board. So Rapid Strike Starmie, such a good card. Love that card. Underplayed in my opinion, but people and I have different play styles. Won't fault anyone for playing something different. Staryu gives you that free retreat too. That's why we're running 40 HP Staryu. Thank goodness it's not 30 HP, man. Too many monkeys running around. So excited that we have a 40 HP. I mean, it's not stepping much else, but at least it doesn't get Monkey Dory pinged one time. We got Inteleon, we got Excalibur, we're playing Frostmoth. Experimented with, the dual Blastoise, Excalibur, your stage 2 Rain Dancers. It could work. Just a little lower to the ground. I kind of like this. Octillery, of course, and then instead of Vulpix, we're playing Hisuian Basculin that gets 2 Pokemon to your bench, and then of course this Basculegion, whose upstream spirits does 20 times the amount of basic energy in play. And this is kind of like a sneaky good card in this particular archetype. When you pair this with Rapid Strike Starmie, all of a sudden, all that energy you discarded beforehand, you can just shuffle it back into your deck. And so here's Hisuian Basculegion that could potentially do a ton of damage to maybe clean up a game. And of course, Water Shot here, 1 energy 70. Sometimes you just got to take a KO and you don't have a Rain Dancer set up. Believe it or not, Water Shot has done wonders for me in the past. So I like this Basculegion a lot. We just got to make sure our Basculin survives. And it does make your Basculin not kind of a dead card. Vulpix gets kind of stuck in the deck. You're sitting here like, I can't get it out of my hand. For Octillery, I don't want to bench it. and all of that. So there's that. I'm not running a Manaphy. Huh. That feels wrong. I wonder what I cut it for. I wonder if I'm going to get punished tonight. Chat, you know what I say? Don't forget your bench barrier. Well, tonight I didn't have one in here, so we'll see how it goes. What else we got? No, I'm playing Apricorn Maker Ball Guy. Evolutions are just so important. Evolutions to hand are just so important. You just got to do it. What's up, Fish? Fisherman Spence. Dude, congrats, dude. Congrats. 4th place, dude. I didn't know if it was 4th or 3rd. I know that you were in the top 4. So kudos there. All right, trying to think what else we got here. Timer Ball, my nemesis, but of course we got Apricorn Maker Ball Guy. Nessa is really important. I'm playing Palpad. I got VS Seeker in the mix to make sure we can reuse that. We're going to be trying to reuse Nessa a lot, especially when you got Rapid Strike Starmie in our list. Hex Maniac for the bench barrier turn. We don't really need Silent Lab too much in this deck. Both Starmie and Kyogre over here can go active, so that's great. And of course, the attack we'll probably use most often tonight, if past experience is anything, is wave summoning. We'll be wave summoning all night long. All right, let's see where we're at in the tournament. We've got 3 people signed up. Let's see if we got anything else going on. Place 4th. Yeah. I saw you beat Ben. That was super sick. I saw that match on stream, and then I watched your match versus Tankman. And man, Tankman's list just that was great. I can't wait to see that one. Dude, that Tankman's list was legit. If you guys don't know, Trevor on stream, who got 2nd place overall, known as Tankman, is kind of like a GLC legend. If you're new, you probably don't know a lot about Tankman, but man, Tankman used to play these like awesome, amazing grass lists, like back when, you know, grass was blossoming into like the most powerful type in the format. And so when I think of Tankman, I don't think of these colorless lists. I think of his original grass layers, and those things were sick. All right. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna have a tournament tonight, which is a little sad. So we might have to do some viewer battles. We might have to talk about this deck list I have until people want to do it. Let me go ahead and shoot a message out here to the Discord people. I'll do my best to keep talking while I'm typing. You know, multitasking is not my best, right? But let's get to it. Also, Spindrift flavor tonight, grapefruit, the 5th best flavor of Spindrift for everyone. Let's see. Here are the 2 people we got here. We got Bennett and Dragon. I don't think either one of them are going to pop up tonight. But yeah, it looks like we're a little low. A little low on participants. All right, gonna give it a couple of minutes. Yeah, dude, all you gotta do to get on Twinleaf is you have to upload the images, which is super easy, 2-step process. And then, yeah, you just log into the website. So super easy. Yep. But yeah, Twinleaf. All you just go to play.twinleaf.dg. You know, you sign up, you create an account. Once you have your account created, all you got to do is go to your profile, edit profile, and you'll find a link for images. You know, you can find the link for images anywhere. I think I posted it up in the Cardboard Warriors Discord at some point. You can find it at the Twinleaf Discord. And you just paste that link right there, and then it gives you all the images for your deck, and you go from there. Not all the cards are available, so heads up for that. And of course, sometimes you enter in cards that's a different printing than what's available on Twinleaf. So I usually make like a list of the things, you know, it says that it's missing, and then go back in and just double check. And they're usually all there. Like I think like the professor's letter or the escape rope printing that I like to use on, you know, CBW is different than what Twinleaf has to offer. So you just got to go in and use their copy, but you have to do it manually. So it can be annoying at times, but you know, it's just great to have a client to play. All right, let's talk about okay, we'll get to the tournament in a bit here. I'll keep my eye on the tournament and see where we're at and see if anyone's hopping in here. But again, it's looking like not happening. This is kind of a deck idea I've had for a moment here. I've been thinking about this Farfetch, man, and someone wrote an article about Rainbow Colorless the other day. I can't remember who it was. It wasn't Murtaugh. It was someone else. They wrote this sick article up on Cardboard Warriors about Rainbow Colorless, and they mentioned this Farfetch, and I had kind of like given up on this Farfetch. I wanted to brew with this Farfetch so much, and for those of you who don't know, I don't even know what set it's from, but it's the impromptu carrier Farfetch. So when you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench during your turn, search your deck for a tool card and attach it, and then shuffle your deck. So 70 HP basic with an enters play ability, and then you've got Mock Cut. So discard a special energy from your opponent's active Pokemon and does 30. So like kind of like mid, but like it's got kind of some cool stuff going on with this. I was like, man, how can I make this card work? And I've been just like, man, it needed to be like 40. Like if it was one energy 40, it's so good, right? And so the fact that it's 30 means like we're gonna maybe have to stretch a bit. But like the other idea I really had with this was like I won an entire game with Colorless the other night where I was just like Dodrio into Fan Rotom. It's like one energy attackers are pretty busted in Colorless, especially when you have, like Jet Energy, Gift Energy, all these great energies that have these like bonus effects to them. So I was like, man, so if I can make Dodrio Fan Rotom work, I mean, that's 70 damage. How can I make this Farfetch work? How can I incorporate tools? And this is just, I kind of went off on this giant tangent. And like, I just started including all these random cards to kind of get me to a point where I'm like, what is this deck going to start looking like? And so, since we're playing tools, I was like, cool, we got Farfetch, which Fan Rotom can grab. Dodrio is a good one energy attacker, plus awesome support, right? Kecleon is our kind of a cool Pokemon. If it has any basic energy attached to it, it becomes that type. So we can hit for weakness in a couple different ways. And of course, it works pretty well with tools, especially like super effective tool. And so just kind of like, what tools are kind of looking good. And of course, we got the most busted draw engine, right? Between Babarrel and Squovit and Oranguru. So like, okay, cool. What can we get to work? What janky stuff can we get to work off the back of Babarrel and Dodrio and, Squovit and all these cool things? So, like what if you like Farfetched and you could grab like Tool Jammer to stop your opponent's like early plays? And then like what if you could like Ninja Boy it or like Thornton it after you popped it onto the bench and like, could do some like pretty sick things from there. So like that's kind of like the concept of the deck. And I've been really trying to think about like what tools would make a lot of sense, and like, things like bursting balloon to like maybe those turns when I can't get an attacker set up or an attachment, like maybe make these tools kind of be my attack, or at least frustrating for my opponent to have to play around. Those were some of the thoughts I had. And then, just some like other like random stuff. Like I don't think this Rocky Helmet or Rugged Helmet are really going to end up being it. And then I like saw this card. I don't know how many people have seen this card before, but Billowing Smoke here. So if the Pokemon this card is attached to is knocked out, your opponent discards the prize card instead. So like they've found that. They've got this beautiful thing that they need to get out of their prizes. They're taking the KO. Well, they can't grab it because of Billowing Smoke. They got to grab something else to discard it. So like that would be kind of funny with Farfetch, especially if you're going into a deck that can like donk you or something. So I don't know, just like a thought of a deck that like was really exciting to me and seemed like kind of fun. So I kind of want to work on it. Love to maybe pick some ideas from the people out there about what you kind of want. And so the idea, like what I think the deck needs, and you guys can just tell me if I'm wrong, is like I think it's got strong, powerful, colorless pieces in it already. But I think what the deck needs more than anything is like Farfetch needs to be able to take a KO, right? Like this needs to be able to do something cool and then be like useful. So how do we get this 30 damage buffed up? And if I get that 30 damage buffed up, what other things am I playing that's not going to take down my consistency? And we know that colorless can like bank on other things, right? Like you can rely on Squovit and Babarrel to do the other things. But like if your card quality isn't powerful enough for your opponent to, like if they can't ignore like your Snorlax coming in, like they have to take care of Snorlax, right? So if your other cards aren't quality, they can just go after your support Pokemon and kind of leave it alone. So I need this Farfetch to be dangerous. So, that's where like Kukui comes in, like Thornton Ninja Boy into something like Kecleon or into like Doduo to evolve into Dodrio, like things like that. So I don't know. It's a pipe dream, chat. It's a pipe dream. Um, but we'll see if it ever works out. If it ever works out from there. All right, where are we at? We're at still the 3 people. I think we're gonna call it, and then we'll do. I don't know. Anyone want to do viewer battle? If anyone's up for a viewer battle, let me know in chat. If not, I'll keep talking about my bad Dodrio deck, and we'll just brew a bad Dodrio deck, and then maybe I'll brew something else that's bad. All right. All right, I'm gonna call the tournament officially. We'll try again next week. Little bummed. I kind of wanted some practice for Atlanta Regionals coming up, baby. Atlanta Regionals coming up in a couple days. Logan and I are getting some decks together, trying to think about what we're gonna play. I think I'm kind of like shoehorned a bit into playing Hitmon Bros, which is fine. I love Hitmon Bros. But I think everyone's kind of expecting me to play fighting. Psychic's been kind of like sneakily my favorite type these days. Not that it's not like the best type. It's kind of like really fun to play and brew with. Like that's what my brain needs to do. It's like it needs to be like, that's not good. I'm gonna play it. But I think Psychic's still really good. I'd be playing it tonight in the Twinleaf tournament. 2 if it was firing, and then 1 if Galarian Articuno was working. Galarian Articuno still has like 1 or 2 bugs that needs to get worked out. It's not discarding energy on attack yet. So that's, I think, a pretty simple fix. So submitted that bug report, should get done relatively soon. All right, let me go ahead and post in the Discord. If anyone wants to do some viewer battles. Again, hey, taking viewer battles all night. Let me know. All right, Tarny didn't fire. I guess I can just go ahead and hop in the queue, right? Let's see if hopping in the queue gets me anywhere. Oh, yeah, look at that. Hopping into Porg. Our card's supposed to be backwards. So, hey, you need to include the images. Let me post you the images in chat. Would you like to go first? No, we do not want to go first. We got Kyogre, we got Snom. Told you guys we would be, we are 100% going to be wave summoning tonight. Let's throw that Kyogre out there. Let's draw an extra card. Yeah, Lead, let me go ahead and throw you out. Let me see if I can find it in the Discord here. It's always just scroll up. Someone's asked recently. They can't pin it because of legal issues, so don't ever look at the pins. Let's see if I can find it. Just going to search Amy. Amy's the one who's got it. Actually, better, I'm going to search Jason here. Oh, we got double lead. What's up, Justice? Justice coming on stream this week. Excited for that. Justice, can't wait to have you in person at the house. There we go. There should be the link for you, Lee, if you need it. All right, Evolution Incense. We got Snom. We got Irida. We got Escape Rope. That means I can Basculin and something cool. Looks like we're playing against Leviathan, or at least something similar to Leviathan, which is a little scary, to be honest. I think we can go around it, but we'll have to see how we get there. I would love to get this Kyogre up and running ASAP. So let's unfortunately start with an Irida. And Irida, let's do our prize check-in. We got Sobble, we got Drizzile. That's all that matters. Frigibax is there. There, of course, is Basculin, Wailord, Remoraid. It looks like the gang's all here. Is Nessa prize? This is one of the things. Yeah, it looks like Nessa might be prized. Nessa's either prized or in hand. Nessa's in hand. Perfect. All right, so looking good. So I got to get a Pokemon, and we're going to get Buddy Puff in here. And I would like to go ahead and maybe grab... This Buddy Puffin's going to grab me Sobble and Remoraid. Probably. So I probably just want to get my Rain Dancer, right? Let's get Frigibax going. I think we have Rare Candy in hand too, right? Yeah, busted. All right, so let's get Sobble. Let's get Basculin here. Let's bench those. We're going to have a pretty full bench here. Let's go Frigibax. I forgot if Snom is in my list. Oh, and we're disconnected from the server. Let's jump back in the queue. server hits have not been happening that much recently. So a little surprised by that, but that's okay. Let's jump back in there and see. I was liking where our turn was going. Dude, I think I'm an okay GLC player. Justice, to go on what you're saying. I think I'm an okay GLC player. Man, watching Tankman last night. I know Ben won. Ben is an amazing player. And watching Ben play was great too. Ben is amazing. So I don't want to take anything away from Ben, so don't think that. But watching Trevor and his patience, man, that man had double energies in his hand for a long time. Just kind of like feeling out if players are playing enhanced hammer, just like making these like slow decisions, just like, thinking through the lines. That man was amazing. Like Tankman, credit to him. Part of it was I don't think I could see Ben's hand as well. So I didn't know what Ben was holding on to. Ben made some great plays. That first game, if you haven't seen that first finals colorless mirror game from the full grip 1K last night, dude, go watch it. That was insane. Like, it was crazy. Like, I thought Ben was cooked. Like, Ben had a strong start, couldn't establish any real attackers. Takeman comes in, he starts getting like Pelipper online, never got double up, which I think maybe came back to, bite him a little bit like that. And then, it's just like all this back and forth, and they're like all within like a prize or two of each other. And it's just so good. I won't spoil any more of that. So go watch that game. Just watch that game and just like watch what those people were doing, like in those plays. Like that was the peak. Like that was, you were watching LeBron James and Steph Curry going at it last night. Like those two of the all-time greats just playing. Um, it was great. It was fun to watch. And even before that, the top 4 match, Spence versus Tankman. That first game was really fun, back and forth. Second game, I know people called out Spence for not having Hisu and Heavy Ball, and I know that Spence keeps saying that he wants to play Hisu and Heavy Ball. I don't know, dude. I kind of thought your decision was cool to not play it. So it just was like, it's such a bummer that like that's the one that gets on stream. It's like, oh man, it's in the prizes. But like, come on. He's had so many different game plans, so many ways to like pivot in and out. Like he didn't need Hisu and Heavy Ball for the first 7 games that he went undefeated, and all of a sudden it's like he needs it. Need it. All right, we got Staryu. We got 40 HP Staryu ever played against Akko Blubber's really aggressive list. So we need to have something, and there is Wailmer. So there's Wailmer. Let's go ahead and plop that down. I do think I want to go Splash Energy here, and then let's go ahead and retreat. And then let's end our turn. Dude, Ancient Trait Articuno, one of like my favorite cards. I mean, you guys have probably seen the video of me like doing it with like Blindside and stuff, but dude, just watching it get loaded up with energy last night and like was so cool. It was so awesome to see. So I was really excited for that. So kudos to that person. I can't remember who it was. I got to go back and watch these. I was kind of like in and out. Yesterday was the day after my son's birthday, so like we were recovering after all of that. And just kind of having like a fun time. So I got to pop in and see some things. And then like when Spence got on for the top 4, I was like engaged because Ollie, I think, had just gone to sleep there. All right. Looks like Roger is playing Buddy Buddy Poffin. Yeah, that Articuno looks sick. It looked like kind of just classic Rain Dance though with that Articuno, right? I see a ton of people play that Articuno at locals. Not at our locals, but like when I've traveled to Augusta, I've seen it a lot. It does suck they took out HHB the night before. Nah, dude. Opposite. It was awesome. That man is not a coward. He was not afraid to do that. Kudos to him. All right, we found Wailord. I'm going to let Roger know that that's Wailord just in case. I am going to go ahead and attach another energy. I'm not going to play Professor's Letter. I want another out to energy later on. So let's just Iono here and see what we get. There's Level Ball. There's Starmie. Like, these are all, like, pretty good things. I think Level Ball can get me, honestly, I got Irida. I got Research, too. I think Level Ball has just got to get me the Sobble. I think we're kind of, like, walking into an escape rope here. but I'm kind of okay with it. Let's go ahead and end our turn here. I always think about playing Raihan in these lists. I always just want like an extra attachment. I just need like one more. Like maybe Raihan, maybe Aqua Patch. Like these Rain Dance lists, the way that they've been constructed is just like they're so all in on getting your Rain Dancer up, right? And like we just don't have the time. Like right now, we kind of have the time because we got Wailord, right? Like we might just be soaking up some damage with Wailord here. Now, if I could get 2 energy on Staryu, I could go Star Me. Maybe I should have done double attached to Staryu. I could like go boom and boom for the next turn. I have Apricorn Maker next turn. I know we burned Level Ball. I could get like Dive Ball. We could just kind of start getting set up instead. Maybe save the Irida for the following turn for like a big play. I think this Level Ball is going to be Drizzile, and it might be Drizzile into some way to get rid of Sobble. So that might be fine. We might be able to like attach some energy to this Wailord and start pumping in. I don't think our Wailord's going to last too long. That's kind of the issue here. Roger's list is fast and we're set up deck. Like he's going to prey on us a bit here. We gotta find our moments. We're gonna have to be patient. Love this list though. Like if you guys have not seen Roger's turbo list, you got to go check it out. All right, there's an Irida of his own. So I think he's in setup mode himself. He goes big damage onto. He goes big damage into Wailord here. We probably start diversifying where we attach energy. Here comes Remoraid, so he's going to get all set up too. We're not playing parallel. I think we got Brooklet. I think we got. There's the Palafin. I'm 100% going to give up Staryu here if like Escape Rope comes out. And here comes Irida. So Irida was the grab off of Drizzile. So what does this do again? Discard 2 energies. If you don't, this attack does nothing. So are we going to see? So there's for next turn. Like I'm very tempted to hopefully find Hand Disruption. We have no say in the matter, but I would love to find some of that. It looks like this energy is going to get discarded here. Oh no, switch into Palafin, and Palafin's going to punch in. All right, there's Bucket. So I like Bucket a lot here. Let's go ahead and go Apricorn Maker. I do just want to get some things set up. I could trust a Timer Ball here. You know what they say about trusting Timer Ball? It's the right decision. All right, so let's go Timer Ball. See what happens. Well, hey, you know what they say about trusting Timer Ball, chat? It was the bad decision. It was bad. Do I want to grab Frigibax? Well, Frostmoth is prize, so that's our only real option here. So let's go Frigibax. Now, we do have some kind of dopey bench sitters over there. So I am going to load up an energy here onto Staryu, and then let's go ahead and end our turn. Oh, is that what it's called? High Tide? Yeah, I mean, his deck is kind of just like these like really efficient 1 energy attackers, right? Like that's what I love about Roger's list so much. Is it's just cheap, efficient attackers. And he can just, you know, he does things. Like he's punching into us. Like this Wailord's close to going down here. Here's a boss. So here's our Frigibax. Not like, honestly, not like too super concerned about this because like I could go like attach like Sobble here. And our Wailord's still going to be doing stuff. I could also like, I can go Star Me and take a prize here. So yeah, let's just go up into Staryu. And then, gosh, what do I want to do here? So let's Bucket. Let's go get some energy. Boom, boom. Let's go Staryu. Energy on Staryu. And then let's go ahead. I guess I could Irida. Let's Irida here. What's my recovery options looking like? Super Rod. So obviously Drizzile. Super Rod is kind of okay. I could go like get something down to get Remoraid or Basculin and Basculegion. I think we just kind of need to recover the Frigibax with our prizing. So let's go Drizzile. Let's go Buddy Poffin. Then off the Drizzile, we'll go and get something else. So let's go Drizzile. Let's get Super Rod. Where you at? We got Nessa, so like using the Super Rod early is not like such a big deal. So yeah, we're just Super Rod in for the Frigibags here. It's like our entire game plan, right? So here's Buddy Poffin. Let's go Frigibags. Let's go Remoraid. We got Ball Guy here as a nice little like installation for next turn. I could also just like wing it and let's go Professor's Research. All right, so let's go Starmie. So Starmie, I can take out Basculin or I can take out Snorunt. And which one's a bigger threat at this point in the game? I mean, does it matter? This does damage to itself, but this can do 120. I think we're going to take the Basculin out. All right, discard some energy. And let's take a prize. Well, we're going to try to keep the prize race a little bit late. No, hey, we got Inteleon off our prizes. Pretty busted. Yeah, both Palafins are just out of this world, right? Like if you are a GLC lover and you love Palafin, you are eating good. Starmie is the same way. There's two really good Starmies. Hey, look, Roger plays Timer Ball here, goes double tails. We're just sharing the love. Quad tails, guys. I don't know if you had that on your base bingo card, but quad tails for the night. Roger say we're making a strong case. You guys actually can see the chat on screen now. We're making a strong case for the Timer Ball haters. All right, there's energy to Snorunt. We're probably losing Starmie here. That's okay. We're probably going to go up and sacrifice a Wailord here if we need to. Town map, always a good grab. So if I go Inteleon, we can get into the big guy this turn, right? Do I still have Rare Candy in the deck? I think so. I think I have Evolution Incense, so I think I can get into Big Wailord. I might just go up into Inteleon, though. I need to find one energy for that. I think Inteleon survives most stuff, and I can, like, ping Snorunt. Now, putting up the Manaphy makes things a little bit tougher, but I think that's okay. I think we'll just go up in this Wailord here. Manaphy, we got to find a way to take a 2-for-1. That's going to be hard to do against this deck. I think Roger has, he's either sandbagging Inteleon or he's got it. So I think we go up in a Wailord here. All right, there's Ultra Ball. So we got a couple different ways to get there. So let's go Inteleon. And we do have, there's Rare Candy. So I got Rare Candy. I've got Evolution Incense. I got Ultra Ball in hand too, right? But probably just not exactly what we need to. I got Die Ball too somewhere in here. We'll save Die Ball. We'll grab Evolution Incense. So let's go Evolution Incense. Let's grab ourselves a Baxcalibur. Let's go ahead and Rare Candy. There's my Rare Candy. I would love for you to exist. Thank you, friend. All right, let's go ahead and Super Cold this beautiful energy here onto Wailord. We do have the Splash energy on it, if I'm not mistaken, right? Yeah, so we do get this card back to hand, which will be really nice. And then let's go researching. And we did miss out on an energy here, right? Not the end of the world, but definitely not the best. So let's Brooklet Hill here. Let's go Stadium. Let's get Snom down. I'm sad that that was kind of a rough spot for us. We really needed to find that energy. We're going to be down a couple different energies, so I can put Basculin down knowing that it will be a good attacker. Do I Escape Rope to save the whale? Do we just like sacrifice something? I don't know. Maybe. Let's see what that causes Roger to do here. We're in the back seat here, right? So let's escape up here. I'm going to put up the Snom. I'm going to put up the Manaphy. And then let's end our turn. We got Guzma. We just need a good draw. Getting into Octillery would be great. We need to find a way into Octillery. So here's Enhanced Hammer. That's going to get rid of our splash energy. I like that a lot from Roger here. Smart, intelligent play. There goes Splash. Sad. Means there's probably something on the menu. Now, Guzma is in the prizes, so is Inteleon. But Boss is up in here. He needs a way to retreat Manaphy, but he's got 2 1-energy attackers on the bench. So it just needs to be 1 energy, or it needs to be, and there's a retreat tool, likely, Arvin. Either that or a way to get energy. We've seen Professor's Letter, right? We've seen Professor's Letter. No, we've seen Bucket. So there's a chance that, like, Letter, and there's a chance that Earthen Vessel's still in the deck. Yeah, and lucky we didn't draw an energy. It's RNG, you know. There's Scoop Up. Scoop Up Net's even better, right? Scoop Up Net, I think will actually end up, the fact that Scoop Up Net is getting used now means that like Inteleon pings, if we have the chance for that or something else, will be good. So, here comes Palafin up. Is Manaphy going to get replayed? So how much energy? 1, 2. So we're doing 40 with our Basculegion now. So if we get another energy in the discard pile, I could do a little bit more damage. But like if we draw another energy, we're going to want to attach it probably. There goes Manaphy. There goes that. Now Palafin's supposed to be doing damage to itself, right? Let's go put a Basculin here and see what we draw. There's a water energy. That's a little rough. So again, yeah, we're down on prizes here. So what I could do, we could like Guzma up something. PF saying they'd be down for a game after this. I'd be down for a game after this too. Right now we're getting beat by a pretty strong deck. All right, there's Kyogre. This is only doing 130, right? So he needs like Muscle Band. He did grab Inteleon off of his prizes. I would love to get rid of this Drizzile, but we just got no way to do it. Just absolutely no way to do it. Let's throw down a Swell. I don't want any surprises there. I can retreat, and then I can whip some damage up. I think it also might be like worthwhile. This is just kind of tough. Not drawing the energy that we need to. But we're not going to complain about it. We're going to do things the right way. All right. Let's do it the right way. So let's go energy. Let's go retreat. Evolve into Basculegion. Let's Guzma up Snorunt. And then let's go ahead and upstream. Let's grab a prize. There's a Hisuian Heavy Ball. Completely useless. But we're going to draw a good card this next turn. I'm going to draw a good card this next turn. Going to put us right back into this game. Again, even if our opponent Inteleons, they don't have access to Guzma, it's in their prizes. We're going to do it. Do you believe, chat? I believe. All right, place Trainer's Mail here. All right, there's Peony. Peony is pretty busted. Peony's going to get those exact cards. Now, Trainer's Mail, really getting Peony might just be like that's the only card he found because he does have Inteleon, right? So you're not going to like discard Inteleon. You're going to Inteleon and get your 2 cards. But we are going to see just a Nessa get played here. All right, here come the boys. I would like, if we can, I think what we have to start doing is we need to start building up for a Staryu play. Hopefully this Kyogre can survive a couple hits. That's kind of like our next option. If this Hisuian Basculegion goes down, I need this Kyogre to maybe go 2 for 1. And for that to happen, we need to draw like the nuts. All right, there's energy to Snorunt. All right, go up into Palafin here. Roger keeps playing this deck. I would keep losing to this deck, man. It's just too aggressive. too aggressive for what our deck is trying to do at the moment. We got a little unlucky there. All right, let's go up into Kyogre. And what we draw? We draw Dive Ball. Dive Ball's a good one because Dive Ball gets us Octillery here. Let's go. Let's Quick Ball away the Hisuian Heavy Ball. And we're just going to fail it there. Let's go Octillery here, and let's draw. There's Marnie. There is Superior Energy Retrieval. And we got disconnected. All right, that was our comeback, chat. That was our comeback. Like that, those were like the exact cards we needed, right? We had access to like 6 energy there. So we could have gone like Kyogre. And we had Marnie too to put all those cards on bottom. Like that. Oh, that was it. That would have been so good. All right. Looks like the Twinleaf. Uh-oh. Are all my decks gone? That's not good. I wonder what's up. All right, did all my decks go away? GG, right? I don't know what happened. I have not been having any server crashes in a while, and then that was the first one. Now I just need to know what happened to my decks. Never a good sign when your decks go bye-bye. Good news is I did submit my deck list. Yeah, it looks like we DC'd. Oh, Roger, we had it, man. We had like I had 2 energy, Superior Energy Retrieval, and the Marnie. So I could get rid of your Inteleon, all those cards in hand, attach 4 energy plus 2 more. And I think we could have gone to town and maybe caught up in that game. So I was really bummed with what happened because I feel like we were going to get back into it. But playing against your turbo deck is always fun. And always good to see. All right. Let's see where my deck list is at. Let's see. Details, registrations. Gotta go to my own dashboard. Edit registration. Registrations. I gotta go to my own dashboard here. Edit deck list. All right. Click to copy. All right. Let's put it back into Twinleaf. We didn't have Hex. We had the Marnie. So I think the Marnie to get rid of your stuff. Oh, hey, my decks are back. All right. I'm going to hop into the queue. Anyone wants to play, just let me know. Oh, we found one right away. There we go. Whoop, whoop. Dude. The queue popping off. Okay. So with this hand, we're going first. We're going first. So I think if we're going first, I think it's actually better to go Kyogre in our active. And we got Hox Cram in the active. That's one you like to see. So let's drop down to Brooklet Hill. Let's go prize the Searching. All right, we got the Frostmoth line, do we? There's Snum. So there's Frostmoth. We got Baxcalibur line, Staryu Starmie. We got Wailord Wilmer. We have the Inteleon line. That's good. So we get to go Sobble. We get to go Remoraid, Frigibax. And now this is kind of interesting because I think I'm going to go the special energy here. And we'll see what happens. It could always just get enhanced hammered away, right? Like, and then my patience isn't. But we could always just get 200 HP Snorlaxed, right? Like, and then now our Kyogre's gone. So I think the fact that they're playing tag call here maybe means that we were kind of close. The fact that they didn't show us Kuzma Hala, though, does bode well for us. Next turn, we get to go kind of crazy, right? I get to go, like, attach energy to Kyogre and then Peony. And then Peony can get me, you know, kind of set up and going, right? Like, I can go get, you know, 2 ball cards. There's Brooklet Hill gone, and that's okay. We've used Brooklet Hill, I think, to its best. If we miss out on, like, you know, we don't need to get all set up for next turn, right? If, like, we miss out on 1 or 2 things, we can still just, you know, I can get Drizzile, I can get Octillery going. And that's kind of enough to kind of push us. Kyogre will have 2 attachments plus 3 energy after we wave summoning. And then we're sitting at looking at a Hops Cramorant, which isn't doing like a ton over there until our 3 or 4 prize turn. So again, feeling confident about where we're at. Of course, always when you're playing Kyogre, you put that energy back in your hand. You got to expect that Marnie or that Iona return, right? So that's something to think about as we're playing this matchup. Ooh, fairy energy. Fairy energy just happened, chat. Fairy energy on the Hops Cramorant, which can't attack until 3 to 4 prizes, so that's probably a retreat for next turn. Bidoof protecting itself over there, so that's nice to see. Let's go energy. I gotta get rid of superior energy retrieval. That's rough, but we just gotta draw into the things sometimes. So I do want a level ball. It's the most limiting of our balls. And I do want evolution incense here. I think as our 2 options. We're gonna grab Octillery and we're gonna grab Drizzile. So let's go ahead and do those 2 things. So let's go evolution incense. Let's grab Drizzile. Let's play level ball and let's grab Octillery. I'm kind of tempted to just let's slam down Octillery. Let's draw 4 cards, see what we get before we act on our Drizzile, because I think it will impact what we're doing tremendously here. We got 3 energy and a Marnie. So yeah, so I think that was the right call there. So let's go Drizzile. Let's go okay. With Drizzile, I think our best option, I really just want to get the Artibax. And so do we have a ball to get that? And the real question is, I don't think that we have an unconditional ball to get it. I do got Ultra Ball and I've got Dive Ball. So I got 2 outs to evolution still in the deck. So I do think we'll just grab a Dive Ball here. Let's go ahead and Dive Ball. Again, I want to get this evolved. We can save our rare candy for like a recovery play if we need it. And then I am going to throw an energy on Drizzile here. All right. Oh, energy was already attached. All right, we'll go wave summon in here, and we'll just put a 3rd energy on Kyogre. So Kyogre's 1 energy away. We can get some energy on Drizzile potentially. We got this Marnie. Things are looking pretty good. This is what a setup deck wants to do. Over here we have Hops Cram not setting up the way it needs to. But again, it's only like 1 or 2 cards away from just popping off, and then we're toast, shit. Then we're toast. All right, there's a Oranguru. Oranguru, Bidoof assembled. No Skwovet to be found. Hey, there's Skwovet. So our opponent can see, potentially 4 new cards, depending on what's in their hand currently. With Kyogre, we'll definitely want to go, with the way that this setup is, we'll definitely want to go Skwovet first, I think. If they get Babarrel or go in this turn 2, we'll go after the Babarrel. Babarrel's target number 1. Babarrel lets them seize the most cards. All right. Yes. This is kind of interesting because I don't want to Marnie them now. Because I'm gonna get rid of Skwovet here. So I'm just gonna draw up a card. There's a Wailord. And then yeah, let's just dynamic wave here. And I'm going to go after the Skwovet. All right. Sometimes it's right not to play a card. I feel like that's a moment where it's like not playing Marnie is better. We do see that coming, though. Problem now is, and it may be a little bit of misplay, and I will say it's a misplay on my part. I needed to be looking for the card. I should have been looking for the card because now I got all this energy I'm going to put in the bottom of my deck. Huge misplay on my part. One of those ones where you're like, that's so obvious. Why'd you miss it? Good news is this Cram still can attack. Here's Mela, though. I'm going to draw up to 6 here. So 5 extra cards. Probably trying to find that Babarrel. One of the cool things is Kyogre kind of keeps Oranguru at bay. There's Turbo Energized, so I think we're going to see energy go to Oranguru. Here's Adventure Bag. I got to imagine that this is going to be U-turn board for the Skwovet. Really important pivot for these decks. All right. Oh, and Luxcape. I don't see the Luxcape being of much use right now, but might as well grab it, right? You're probably going to stash it on the bottom. All right. Oh, Luxurious Cape to Oranguru. Interesting. Don't hate that at all. Swell denying Artisan. Yeah, pretty cool. I think that's our opponent's Swell. I don't think that's our swell. All right, hey, there's the duo, and there's Fan Rotom. Those cards are pretty annoying. Yeah, they bumped our Brooklet Hill. We are playing Swell, though. We hate Parallel. We're a big boy deck. We're a setup deck. This Dodrio is going to get annoying, but it's also going to kind of become fodder for our Staryu, right? Like, you can see why Rapid Strike Starmie is so good right now, right? Like, oh, hey, look, there's a Wailmer. So I'm going to go there. I'm going to go Energy on Drizzile here. I got to burn this Marnie, and it makes me so sad to do it, but we're going to go ahead and do it. There's Rapid Strike Starmie. I do want to kind of be building towards that. We didn't get what we needed to. I'm going to burn Buddy Poffin, though. I mean, we might as well get our Staryu to the bench here. Let's go ahead and draw with Octillery, see if we can get something good. There's Hisuian Heavy Ball. Let's play that, see what we got in our prizes. All right, nothing too bad. We got energy here, energy there. We're going to have a ton of options next turn. But let's go ahead and wave summoning to Kyogre here, and we'll go on from there. Again, we're ahead on prizes. We're going to take it slow. Energy onto Duo, but it's not going to be doing enough damage. Now, here's Pokegear. Let's see what our opponent plays. Grabbing Guzma here for them would probably be pretty good. I'm actually thinking about what we do with our Guzma next turn if we do anything. It's probably... Oh, here's Hex. I don't mind the Hex, to be honest. We got Guzma. So if we draw Inteleon, like I'm 100% slamming Inteleon, going energy, and Guzma-ing something up. Hex doesn't really, because... All right, here's Mallow. I like Mallow a lot here. But I don't know what Mala will grab. So currently, Oranguru is going to do 100 damage to our Kyogre. Kyogre is not powered up. Man, I just really want to draw all the energy and just go Rapid Strike Star. That's all I want to do. All right, so we're going to see Nest Stash. One of the reasons why I thought that maybe Hex wasn't happening. There's Dodrio. Then going to Instruct. There's Babbarrel. Going to see 3 more cards. Now that draw engine's online, so going up to 5, potentially 6 with Dodrio. Again, the more damage counters that get put on Dodrio, the easier it is for Starmie to do its thing. So this is one of those moments where it's just like, we're cool, we're good. We've also got Big Boy Wailord. We're happy. We're a happy chat. All right, here comes Oranguru. I think, is it? Yeah, just doing 100 damage here. Zoom and draw. All right, there's Palpad. So, I mean, I want to get cards out of my hand. I'm looking for Inteleon. I'm looking for Artibax. So, I definitely want to go energy on Drizzile. We're going to go ahead and Guzma up the barrel. We'll go up into starting. I'm going to Palpad here. Let's go ahead and put Guzma. Let's go ahead and put Marnie back into our deck. We're going to go ahead and draw 3 here. Let's see what we get. We got lots of energy here, but not really a whole lot that we can do. Let's go ahead and retreat. And then, yeah, let's just wave summon it again. Getting a little unlucky is what it feels like. Again, we misplayed a bit. I should have Marnied before we attacked with Kyogre. Save that energy, but it's back now. Now our opponent needs to figure out how to get Kyogre out of the active. If they do get Kyogre out of the active, what are they going after? Probably Drizzile, in all honesty. So here's Arven. Arven's probably Escape Rope, right? Or it could be Floatstone, and they could just wait. There's Scoop Up Net and Floatstone. So they might be scooping up the hops here. Oranguru. So knowing that they have Scoop Up Net means that Oranguru with the Floatstone makes a little bit more sense. Like you can just always scoop it up if it gets any damage on it. Now looking at their prizes right now, It's like real interesting to see like maybe what they have in their deck because we haven't seen big Snorlax make a play yet, right? So big Snorlax isn't in the mix. We see Dodrio. I like Dodrio a lot in this list. There's Floatstone on the bibs. We're going to be saying adios to Kyogre, most likely. Don't really have a good supporter for the following turn. I get to burn a couple cards before we draw into Octillery. So maybe we can draw. We got Ultra Ball and, of course, just getting Inteleon naturally. Fighting Fury Bell on Dodrio does nothing. I think I would have liked to see that on Fan Rotom instead. All right, here comes Field Blower. Is Field Blower going to get their own Chaotic Swell? Luxurious Cape. Okay. Just trying to get the cards out of their hand. They're at 19 cards in their deck. We're at 26. All right. Industrious Incisors. Up to 5. Churning through that deck. Churning. Kyogre, you will be missed. I already missed you. You have been missed. All right. Our opponent choosing their prize here. This is their first prize taken, believe it or not. All right, let's go up into Staryu here. And let's get a good draw. Did Kyogre come? Kyogre came back to hand. Okay. All right, let's burn an S-Ball here. I do have Snom. I do have Basculin. I don't think I want any of those. Ultra Ball is an out that we really severely need right now. The only supporter I have in hand is Peonia. So let's play Peonia. I'm going to take 1, 2, 3 prizes. Let's see what they are. Chaotic Swell, Rare Candy, Timer Ball. So let's get rid of Chaotic Swell, Basculegion, and Rare Candy. All right, let's hope this Timer Ball hits for us. We got Heads Tails, so we can grab Inteleon here. Let's go Inteleon. Of course, we'd love to use its ability. Inteleon is going to get me Ultra Ball, and it's going to get me the bucket. I got a couple left in the deck here. What did I say? Okay, Ultra Ball. That's right. All right, let's go bucket. Let's grab energy. All right, let's Ultra Ball away. Letter, energy. Actually, can't do that, can we? Let's get rid of Kyogre and letter. And let's get the Baxcalibur. Let's evolve into Baxcalibur. And I guess we could start maybe mowing down the board, but I kind of want to conserve this energy. So let's retreat into Inteleon. Let's go ahead and evolve into Starmie here. Let's attach all this energy to Wailord. 1, 2, 3. All right, let's draw up to 5 here. We're going to find the Wailord. There's the Wailord. Perfect. And then we got pretty good hand. Let's Aqua Bullet here. I'm going to put damage on Fan Rotom. Again, our goal is to put it within, Starmie range. Put it in Starmie range. All right, there's Hop's Snorlax on the bench. So currently, Hop's Cram is going to be doing enough. It's going to be doing enough. We need to find a Nessa, I think, more than anything else. I think we got 1 energy left in the deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 energy. Here's Guzma. Here comes Wailord. There's Squovit. Wailord's got 240 HP. You know that, right? All right. Night Stretcher for a fairy energy. So this will do 150 to our Wailord. Still may be looking for the tool, the Hop's Choice Band. They're going to put Hop's Choice Band on Snorlax. I like that too. Or if I can get back into Inteleon, which I can, we are 100% going to put some damage on Hawk Snorlax. Again, we're going to put it into Starmie range. There's Dodrio. Dodrio needs to draw one more card to be just into Starmie range. It's going to be looking nice. All right. Hey, we drew the energy here. So this will actually be kind of good for us. So I want to go, let's super cold this energy here. And then I don't really want to discard too much of these cards. But I do want to Iono to put these to the bottom so I could draw like a Nessa for the following turn. So let's Iono here. And that's kind of good for us. Let's go ahead and throw an energy on Starmie. And then let's Octillery, 2 more cards. Let's see, we got Nessa here. So I could Super Rod those energies back in, knowing that these 4 are most likely going to go into our deck. And then that could maybe give us a better chance to draw. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's just put these in our deck. And then let's Wailord here for too much, right? It's just too much. Too much damage. All right, there's a Chaotic Swell of our own. So we can play Chaotic Swell to get rid of their Chaotic Swell. We did it, chat. Swell on Swell hate. I hate you, Swell. Take this. It's a Swell. All right, go up into Squelva here. Again, so many pivots over there, right? So many pivots, so many cards. With this Nessa, we are taking... So currently we'll have 5 energy attached to Starmie with a chance at more if the Wailord goes down, right? The Wailord has to go down. Like our opponent kind of can't leave the Wailord alone for too long, right? Because Wailord is basically another prize. Inteleon is another prize. So between the 2 of those, it's we're at 3 prizes. So our opponent has to deal with threats on board. So there's Big Snorlax. Hop Snorlax is ready to go. Did I put damage on Hop Snorlax? I thought I did. No, we used Wailord. That's right, instead of Inteleon. All right, come on. Just draw one more. Draw one more with Dodrio, baby. One more with Dodrio. One more with Dodrio. All right. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So after we Nessa, we need to find one more energy. We put 3 back into the deck. So if we can find one more energy and they Dodrio, we win the game. That's all we need. Oh, come on, Dodrio. Oh, yes. Yes. They Dodrio, chat. We did it. It's my villain art, chat. All right, I'm going to go up into Inteleon here because we are going to use this escape rope. So let's go up into Inteleon. We drew the Basculegion. That's kind of rough. Let's Swell here. Oh, I can't play Swell. So we're kind of cooked on that front. I mean, we're still going to take all the prizes in the world, right? What is this? This needs... So that self-KOs itself too. So let's just go Nessa here. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. And then let's put all those energies. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right. And then let's escape rope here. We got one look at it. One look at the energy for the win. All right. If it's energy, we win. It's a Marnie. Not bad to have for the following turn. All right. Let's go multi-star shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 100. And then we'll be 20 short on the Fan Rotom. And then that's just Inteleon whatever. And we get to take 2 cards off our prizes. One of them is Irida. All right, cool. So all our recovery is down, right? Except maybe VS Seeker into something. So I do kind of need Inteleon to live. If not, we need to get Basculin down so Basculegion can do it. We got time because they're at 4 prizes. We're at 1. We are going to see Scoop Up Net get played here. Scoop Up Net on the wrong Pokemon because, again, Fanrotom only has 20 HP left and Inteleon's in play. So I don't want to say wrong Pokemon because definitely Hop Snorlax is one that you are worried about being KO'd, right? You might have like Boss here on the Inteleon too, but then it's just like I need 1 energy for Starmie then to KO too. So it's a catch-22, chat. I think we still got Letter, Bucket are down. But here is Boss. So here comes Inteleon. Is there an attacker? What's Snorlax got attached to it? Snorlax got all the things. Well, probably, I mean, it's like, do we play Marnie? Do we play Hex? I mean, there's so many things. We're just looking for 1 energy here for this Fanrotom. So I am going to go up into Starmie. Just like one less thing we got to get, right? So these are all cards that are bad. So I don't feel bad Marnieing them. We got 3 energy in our 11 cards. So let's Marnie here. And we found it. So there they are. Let's play down Snom as a backup. Let's go boom, boom. Boom, boom. This is why I play Rapid Strike Starmie, chat. Is exactly this moment here. I'm going to hit GG's in the chat. And then let's go multi-shot star. We make sure. We make sure the Fanrotom is dead. All right, we did it. Cool. Sweet game. All right, I'm going to jump back in the queue. Again, we're still playing Wailord here. Wailord did some work. It's not been, like, great, right? It feels like both games, it's just been as good as other Wailord is. Like the other, 40 HP hasn't mattered when it's still getting 2-shot. The thing where it will end up mattering is like it can't be 1-shot very easily. And that's kind of cool. But we have seen it like we've struggled to get it set up. And when we struggled to get it set up, it's it's not been that great. It's not been great. All right. Anyone else want to jump in? Again, we're jumping in queue, and while we're waiting for queue, I'll go ahead and work on this Farfetch'd Toolbox deck. And again, if you guys have any thoughts, you let me know. Let's zoom in here so you guys can see. I feel like I do need another attacker here. Like, is Hops cards plus Dodrio enough? I'm not sure. I think some of these tools are a little funny. Like, come on. Rocky Helmet. This Pokemon is attached to, put 2 damage counters on it. Like, it's basically horror energy, but as a tool. So, like, I don't think that card's any good. So I think we're going to go ahead and cut that card. We can cut Rugged Helmet too. It just puts energy back into your hand. Am I not in editing mode? There we go. Edit. All right. So let's get rid of Rocky Helmet. Let's get rid of Rugged Helmet. Vengeful Punch is kind of okay. Again, it's just an attack deterrent more than anything else. Do I like it? I'm not sure. Do I need Hex? Is there anything Hex worthy here? I don't know if I want a Hex because of Chroma Shift, so I don't think you can actually play Hex in this deck. You can't play Hex because of Hop's ability either. Like, there's 2 kind of downsides to playing Hex. It is really good, but I think that's a reason not to play Hex. It's just because of our Hop's ability and because of Kecleon. I got to work on the energy a bit. I just threw kind of some basic energy into the list. We'll get to that later when I start thinking about what the best weaknesses are. I don't think you throw 1 of each. I think I love the idea of Rainbow, but I think you kind of want to stay away from that, and you want to focus on like what you're expecting to see more than anything else when it comes to these Kecleon styles of decks. The issue is like the best energy to play obviously is Fire, right? Because of like Mela and all the wonderful Fire support cards that you could potentially play like Welder. But like it's just not good as a weakness card. Like Grass is okay. Like, yeah. So I don't think you really care too much about that, and then 1 is enough in that situation too. All right. So did I put any balls in the deck? Yeah, I got Nest Ball. I got Quick Ball. I do think we want something like Evolution Incense. We got Dodrio, we got Barrel. Do we? Hmm. I mean, Phantom can get you Dodrio here. Cinccino is actually kind of cool to think about because Cinccino lets you attach energy from the discard pile. If I'm running things like Muscle Band, that's kind of cool. Like I could like Cinccino 60 knockout, potentially attach energy, right? That's what the Cinccino does, right? Also, I haven't really played Cinccino since Toby died. Makes me a little sad. Thinking about chinchillas. Yeah, let's throw it in the deck for now. We'll come back to it later. Let's throw Armanchino in there too. Call for family. Where you at? Oh, come on, don't make me spell you out, Minchino. Incorrectly, I guess. Double C. All right, call for family. Although 70 HP, is there a 70 HP one that we'd rather play? Maybe. Is call for family just better? This is tough. Optimal basic stuff is getting tough. Let's go call for family for now. We can always change it up later. Oh, hey, we got into a battle. Oh, sorry, Porg. Oh, did I end up leaving that one? Is that from earlier? All right, let's jump into another matchmaking one here. Looks like I queued out. That's on me. I'm going to set this screen separately. Although, yeah, let's set this screen separately so I can see it when I queue. You don't get like notifications when you queue, which is a little sad, but yeah, it's in the works. It's in the works. All right, queuing up. Sorry again, Porg. If you want to play, we're here. All right, back to our list. All right. Again, if you guys got any suggestions in chat, let me know. Again, we're trying to make Farfetch work here. And Farfetch is when you play this card from your hand, you search your deck for a tool and attach it. So we got things like, Turbo Energize for explosive plays. We got Tool Jammer. We got all these wonderful, cool things that we're trying to do and trying to make work. And like I was telling people earlier, the goal is like I need to make Farfetched a good card. Like I need to put cards around it to make this card worthwhile and kind of affect the meta in certain ways. Like what are good tools that either deter attacks or can stop my opponents from doing certain things. Obviously not on the same level as like Garbodor, right? But like, hey, we're still trying to do cool things. And we've got the power of Colorless to help us do that. Crispin is a great inclusion in this deck too, just because we're playing Kecleon. I think being able to hit big numbers from out of nowhere is going to be key. So like Crispin plus double energy will get us there. We need to build this deck fast because they're going to be gone after the 1K the other day. I don't think there's a doubt in anyone's mind that double energies are going bye-bye. All right, what else do we need for this deck? This is where like we've got the concept down. We need to kind of fill it with some attackers. We got what? How many mons? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And what's our prize race look like? So currently we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 prize takers. We got recovery in the form of Night Stretcher and Rescue Stretcher. We probably want one more, Clara, maybe Lana's. I think Lana's is actually kind of nice for a deck like this. Probably want Lana's. Lana's aid over something like Clara in case we need to get like 3 energies back or we need to get 3 Pokemon back. Do I got special charge in the deck? I think we'll need special charge. I think those double energies will be pretty important. Special charge it is. All right. So special charge is in the deck. How many cards we up to currently? This is my change log. We're at what? 11, 22. That is 47, 57. So I'm 3 cards short, but it's not consistent at all currently. How many draw supporters do we have? None. I got Kukui. So supporters are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. So I probably need at least 2. I probably need disruptive threats of some degree. Let's go Marnie. Marnie is something that you need. All right. Anyone in queue too? If you guys want to play, I'm down to play a game. Just let me know. I hopped in. Just hop into Twinleaf queue and we'll play while I'm messing with my deck. All right. Marnie's in the mix. We're going to be behind. Like, we got to be, right? We're going to be giving up a Farfetch'd. So if I'm giving up Farfetch'd, I think I want Iono, right? We just want to look at as many new outs to a double energy as possible, typically, right? We're kind of like those colorless decks that just need the extra attachments. Our extra attachments are just in the form of Crispin and Raihan, double colorless energies. Do we need tenacity? Like tenacity plus town store is just like poor man's Guzmahala, right? Like let's throw tenacity in here too. Are there any other cards with tenacity on it? Oh hey, Groku on the ball. Tenacious defense. Well, that's a card I haven't seen in a while. All right, let's save this. And it's not nowhere close to being done. What's up, Jesse James? Thanks, dude. Appreciate it. Yeah, right now, just trying to got some queue going, some viewer battles since we didn't quite get our tournament going. And we're brewing a bad deck, which is my favorite thing to do, is brew some bad decks. So far-fetched tools, baby. It's going to be a thing. Really just want to make billing smoke happen. I think it was Holtz who was really happy about this card and was showing it off. Just want to play billowing smoke. This might be, if I can get it together quick enough, maybe we'll play this on stream with Logan next week once I don't care what I'm playing in Atlanta. All right. So how many tools are we playing? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then Hop's choice 9. So what's this deck even look like, dude? This deck is so crazy. Is it good? Is it bad? Do I care? They're all things. We don't have a lot of setup, right? We got Winona. Not playing Ball Guy. I got Ness. I got Quick Ball. I got Buddy popping, but we got Fan Rotom. I got Artisan. Not playing Capture Energy. Am I? Probably an oversight. We probably need Capture Energy. Probably need some Capture Energy in a deck like this. All right, let's see if I got queued up against anyone. Oh, we fell out of matchmaking. We'll jump back in here. All right. The Capture Energy. So currently 3 cards over, right? 3 cards over. Our prize racing looks a little right? Because again, we got 5 potential attackers that can take a prize for us. 6 if we get lucky with Farfetch. We need Muscle Band, and we would need Kukui to take out a 70 HP basic, right? So there's a lot, asking a lot there. Now, fortunately for us, Muscle Band comes with the territory, right? Muscle Band gets attached from hand. So there's immediately 50 damage from Farfetch. So how can I, so powerful colorless. We need powerful colorless for sure, right? We need to make our 1 energy attackers do the most damage as possible. So we need powerful colorless. All right, so powerful colorless energy in the deck. All right, because that will pair nicely with Fan Rotom, Dodrio. Let us hit those higher numbers. Even could help Cram out, right? Because now Cram can do 150 with a tool attached. It can do 180. It can do 200 damage with the colorful energy. Powerful colorless energy. So that's pretty cool. That's nifty to know. So hey, that's powerful colorless energy. What's up? No, some people just joined us. Hey, you want to play me in Twinleaf? Just hop into the queue. We are currently queued up, waiting for people to play some matches, but hey, you don't have to play any matches either. We're just brewing a bad Farfetch deck. And we're currently 4 cards over, but we'll get to it in a bit. I imagine some of these tools, I probably going to end up cutting. Hate it. We're probably going to end up cutting Billowing Smoke. And I need someone in chat to tell me, no, Beish, keep it. Keep it for the memes. Now, currently, do I have Special Charge? Do I have Lana's Aid? I've got Echo Arm. We probably should just throw Lana's Aid into our maybe pool. Right? We'll whittle down to 60 here in a bit. So Lana's Aid. By Lana's Aid, I mean the fishing rod. We've already got Lana's Aid into our deck. I don't think that we actually need, you want fighting energy, right? You need fighting energy for your Kecleon because, there's so many types that are weak to fighting. So, you need fighting. Lightning is good into water. You're going to need to hit Wailord numbers potentially. You need that super effective goggles to be worthless or not be worthless. So, lightning makes a lot of sense. Metal is good for some psychic Pokemon. And some of the most important water Pokemon, Satitan is one that comes to mind. Baxcalibur is another one. So, with Metal Energy attached, our Kecleon can take a KO. Psychic is going to hit basically just some Psychic Pokemon and fighting. Do we care about fighting? I think we might have to care about fighting, right? Everything is weak. So I might need something to take like a cheesy KO. Although we do have Dodrio here that does have resistance. We don't have any other flyers that are pretty reasonable, at least in this build. Oh, Fanrun kind of do work too, right? With some evolving basics. I'm not so concerned about Hitmon Bros, because I think the way that our deck is like, we're not good, right? So like I can just like stall with like a Farfetch for a while, because Farfetch is also resistant. Like that's kind of funny. All right, so what else do we got going on here? Ninja Boy or Thornton might see the cut. I think we're gonna have to like maybe play around with those and see which one's better as we play through this deck. I don't even know if any of these cards are in Twinleaf too, so we'll probably have to play it on like either in paper, in person, or something else. All right. Did I ever add another draw supporter? So we got Marnie and I threw an Iono, right? So we're up to 1, 2, and if we're counting Kukui, 3 draw supporters. And then we got a whole bunch of search. Got any bench space for weakness Dunsparce? Right, we're already 5 cards over. We're going to throw it in here, right? These are all reasonable cards. And if I'm throwing in Dunsparce, this is actually what I think a lot of colorless decks might end up doing in the future. Is if you're throwing in Dunsparce, why not throw in the Dunsparce, right? So like the issue is like into Hitmon Bros. Like this card just gets stomped, right, by Hitmon Top, right? Because it just does 60 anywhere anyway. So like you can like prevent the first 30 damage, right? Then you like wait for the Hitmon Top turn if it's coming, and then you're just like, okay, cool, I'll shuffle that back into my deck and draw 3 cards, and then you can go from there. So I really like having the Dunsparce if you're playing Dunsparce. But that does put us 7 cards over. Yes, we are 7 cards over. Oh, hey, we queued up. We queued up, chat. We can play actual Twinleaf. Uh-oh, but I turned off my tab. All right, let me switch tabs real quick. Let's go, chat. Some Twinleaf. There we go. All right, we got Bastion, and we're going second, so that's just like the best card to have. I got Apricorn Maker 2, plus I have a whole bunch of balls in card. Hey, we got Pidgey. I wonder what deck we're playing against. Maybe we're going to see, oh, there's Wailord. I think we might see a, what type of deck this? Ursaluna deck. Ursaluna deck might be this. All right, let's Apricorn Maker here. Let's get our level ball. Let's check our pricing first. So Sobble and Drizzile, Inteleon. Remoraid, no Octillery. We got Whalmer. We got Snom. Do we have a Frostmoth? No, but we do got Frigibacks. So things are looking okay. No Staryu, but I know Hisuian Heavy Ball is a hit. So let's get these cards. Quick Ball, Hisuian Heavy Ball. Let's check and see if I have anything I want to discard. Not really, actually. Let's grab Level Ball here instead. I don't really want to discard anything. So here comes Level Ball. So let's grab the Staryu off of Hisuian Heavy Ball. Here comes Staryu. Let's play a Level Ball here. Let's just get down a Frigibax. Go boom, boom. And then let's gather some crew. I would love to get Sobble. I would love to get Remoraid. Let's do okay. So, hey, the gang's all here. We are basically set up, right? So now we just need to... Oh, here's the escape rope. We'll open a free retreat Staryu here. We have escape rope of our own, so we'll see what that looks like for us the following turn. Here comes Steven's Resolve. So for those of you who don't know, Steven's Resolve is search your deck for 3 cards, put them in your hand, and then shuffle your deck. Your turn ends. So let's just hope for double heads off of this timer ball here. Regigigas here, gonna kind of be busted. I need to do 50 damage. Can we do, is there a way for us to do 50 damage next turn? And the answer is 100% yes. I have energy plus Baskia Legion. So we're gonna get rid of Pidgey and then like I think if I get into Drizzile, we're just going to get like Marnie, and we're just going to like deal with the control deck, right? Like that's our goal. Deal with the control deck. So Steven's Resolve picking their 3 cards. And if we can get rid of Pidgey, and if we can Marnie, I'm going to feel super good about this matchup. If we can't do those things, I will feel less good about it. All right, let's Timer Ball. We got double heads. So we're going to get Drizzile here. And I think I'm also going to just get Artabax. So let's go Drizzile. I want to grab a Marnie. Let's go Artabax, Basculegion, attach energy. I guess I could Ultra Ball away Wailord Wailmer. I'm kind of okay with that because like they have high retreat costs and it's going to be a while before I get them up. So let's just go ahead and do that. So goodbye Wailord, goodbye Wailmer. Do I want Snom? Maybe not. We'll just do okay. That's probably a little bit of a mistake on my part. I thought that we had Octillery in our deck, but I just prize checked. That's on me. All right. And then let's Marnie here. There's Die Ball, which is pretty cool. And then let's Water Shot. Let's discard this energy. Let's take a KO. So, again, this is how we're going to deal with our control deck. Take away their on-board draw. We are going to do our best to KO what's in front of us. Here's a Munchlax, so we'll see what ends up happening here. Munchlax, once during your turn, you may flip a coin. If heads, put a card from your discard pile on top of your deck. If you use this ability, your turn ends. They're going to play Counter Catcher here. Okay, here comes Steven's Resolve. All right. Let's Dive Ball here. And let's get Inteleon. So if I can get into Starmie, I can KO both bench Pokemon. And then, kind of leave my opponent in kind of a bad spot here. So I need like a couple things to happen. So obviously we're going to grab Inteleon here. And then if I Inteleon, are we going to have enough gas? Is the real question. Let's hit okay here. What do I want to get off Inteleon? So I probably need a Hand Disrupt again, right? But yeah, I probably just need to Hand Disrupt. But I probably also need to Guzma. So let's Guzma Evolution Incense here. All right. Let's Guzma up the Skitty. Let's go up into Staryu. Let's go ahead and Evolution Incense. Let's grab ourselves the Baxcalibur. Evolve into Baxcalibur. Let's do this to just burn one card. Let's go ahead and attach those energies to Inteleon. Let's go ahead and retreat. And then let's Aqua Bullet. Let's put 20 damage on Munchlax here. Draw a card. All right. We'll see if what we're doing pays off. Our opponent's down Counter Catcher. It looks like they're just going to play Steven's Resolve again. Steven's Resolve will end their turn. I'm going to snap Iono here. Because again, 6 random cards. Maybe better than 3 hand-picked cards here. And of course, we want to draw forward too. We'll put some damage on this Regigigas. We'll get rid of Munchlax. And we might be setting ourselves up for some bad news, but that's where we're at currently. There's a water energy. I do want to attach said water energy. So let's super cold that energy onto Staryu here. And let's go ahead and Iono. And then, yeah, I like where this is at. So let's go ahead and Aqua Bullet. Let's get rid of that. Oh, Munchlax has 60 HP? Such a bummer. We're getting paralleled here. I'm pretty okay getting rid of Basculegion. It's done its job, right? Then we get the free retreat Staryu here if we need to. Opponent needs to do something. If they don't do something, we get double KO here. Not my favorite to play against Control, but, you know, I see why people like it. Here comes Luxurious Cape. Not sure if they intend to play that or not, but here comes Pokegear. And there's Gladion. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 cards in hand. No supporter played currently. There's Capture Energy. And here comes Block Snorlax. And here's Charon's Care. If one of your Pokemon has any damage counters into your hand. We're going to see the Regigigas. All right, flips a coin. It's heads. Here comes Counter Catcher. All right. Not a lot we can do here. Let's Ball Guy. Let's thin the deck here. Here's Nest Ball. And then let's just hope to get maybe Octillery off of our prizes here. Yeah, let's go ahead and Aqua Bullet here. Let's put, I don't know, on the Block Lax. Get a card here. There's a Water Energy. We're at least guaranteed back Excalibur retreat. All right, here comes Block Lax. Counter Catcher. What are you going to Counter Catcher up? Here comes Remoraid. All right, here's Gladion. This makes for terrible content. Playing against control decks. It's just like a lot of like them churning their wheels. Can they get to their lock? And then once they get to their lock, we're like, cool. You know. All right, here comes Meowth. All right, there's Brooklet Hill at least. So we can go Brooklet Hill. All right, I got 2 energy Starmie. So it's kind of a tough decision here about what we do. Yeah, right, it's awful. I'm thinking about, not even sure if I want to keep playing this one out. Just not like the super ideal, right? So let's Brooklet Hill here. We got tons of energy left. I've got Nessa somewhere, right? I've got VS Seeker. I still got Switch Outs. I've got Hex Maniac. I think I got to deal with this Meowth. If I'm not mistaken, this Meowth is kind of a big deal, right? So let's do this thing. Let's go here. Let's go here. Let's go up into Starmie. Let's retreat. Oh, okay. I can't. Sprinkle Water. That's right. I've never played against this Snorlax before. So, of course, it doesn't let us retreat, right? Place Delinquent. So our hand's gone. Our hand was not good. So, again, do not mind that at all. Hoping for a good top deck. There's Hex. I mean, I don't really mind Hex too much. Why not, right? Here's Hex. Here's Sprinkle Water. Just in case they have like some busted ability over there. I guess I could have hexed and then retreated, right? Like, I'm so dumb. Could have hexed and then retreated. But, you know, it's just one of those things where, you know, you're a contextual learner and you do the thing and you do it wrong. So now that we've done it wrong, we won't do it wrong again. Yeah, that's a big turn for us because we could have hexed, retreated, Inteleon, and then taken like a KO there. Gotten rid of the block lax. So if we get VS Seeker here, we know what to do. All right. There's Irida. Let's play Irida and see what we got. Irida, we can get VS Seeker, I can get Field Blower, we can get Super Rod. There's so many things we could get, right? Let's just grab a VS Seeker. Let's just grab a. I gotta grab a Pokemon, right? But we're out of Pokemon. Let's just grab that and let's just go sprinkle water here. We could do the Hex play again if we wanted to. We could. Yeah, I think that's it. We could Guzma again, right? Guzma up like the Meowth or the Pidgey or something. There's Pidgeotto. Probably maybe best to Guzma up like the Regigigas. Not even sure. All right, here's something in Caitlyn. We might like VS Seeker from Marnie, depending on what they grab back. They've got Silene. All right, here's Hisuian Heavy Ball. They're going to find Bunnelby here. So it looks like Mill is their game plan. Here's Persian. Cool. And there's Research. So, like, pretty happy with this. Let's VS Seeker. Let's Guzma. Let's deal with the Guzma. Although, I probably should be dealing with the Pidgeotto. All right, let's go ahead and Aqua Bullet. All right, let's take a prizes. Hopefully it's Octillery. That's Frostmoth. We got 2 more prizes. If we can load some energy on Starmie, we can get there. If not, we are at least taking one off of the Snorlax here if they can't get us out of the active. And getting back Excalibur here would be great. But I think we still have Floatstone in the deck, too. So here's Tate and Liza. Is it Shuffle Draw 5? So yeah, they're going to choose that effect. Cool. All right. Let's throw energy on Starmie here. Let's go ahead and research. Can I win this turn? So I got to do what? 4 there and 2 there. Yeah, so I think we got 1 in hand. 1, 2, 3. Let's just, for good measure, grab an extra energy. Chat, this is why you play Starmie. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got 210 damage. So 1, 2, the rest. What just happened? For one reason, that I guess that didn't do it. Yep, that should have been GG's. Oh, I bet that's what it was. I mean, I had the win. I'm sorry, dude. I'm not going to play. Not going to keep playing. All right. That's just like, that's so dumb, right? Like, no offense to anyone, but like, I just beat control and it happened and I'm leaving. Sorry, Flying Cheese Ball. I like you a lot. Your deck is fine, but we are not going to keep playing that match. I bet what ended up happening, and I'll report this bug probably, is that like sometimes effect in hands will apply to everything else, like on the field. Like when I was playing my Dragonite deck, the Dragonite would apply its free retreat effect even if it wasn't in play just yet. So I bet that Sky Pillar was in hand and had caused that effect. So if we queue up in a cheese ball again, we're just gonna leave. Sorry. I'm not playing control again. That's the thing, like, value your time. I got probably time for like one more, and before I go to bed. So sorry, I do not want to play control. Hey, we'll play Lee. Oh. Not gonna play control. Control's fine. Play control. I feel like I played that game pretty well. Mistakes were had. I should have, when I hexed and forgot I could retreat because I was getting rid of Blocklus's ability. We were probably a turn too late. All right, what are we going? So Lee is going first. Or no, Lee won the coin flip, and I think he's going first. So I think our best option is probably still that. Let's go. It's got Restroom here. Oh dang, we're not playing our friend today. So let's go Sobble, let's go Remoraid, let's go Energy. And then cool. All right, this is actually pretty good for us. At least I hope it's good for us. If Lee can't get Raging Bolt into the active, we'll be fine. If Lee can get Raging Bolt into the active and get 2 energy attached, we're cooked. Hey, look, Hisuian Heavy Ball. Lee's list is playing Hisuian Heavy Ball. All right, there's Regidrago. All right, here's Pokegear. Get these Dragon decks built just to get Goose Hollow turn 1. So you play things like Tag Call, you play things like Pokegear. It looks like Pokegear maybe failed. All right, how many cards in hand? 8 cards in hand. Regidrago getting plopped down to the bench. Here's a Quick Ball. Having Restroom active is pretty cool here in the first turn. Gonna discard E-Hammer. I respect that. We got Splash Energy, though. Here comes Drudgegon. All right, and here it comes. So I can go like Evolution Incense into Drizzile, protect it from a Raging Bolt potentially. All right, there goes Energy on Regidrago. Here comes Raging Bolt. Here comes Peony. So what's Peony look like then? What's Peony look like for these first couple turns? Probably Retreat Tool, I have to assume. Maybe Energy. And just get this Regidrago going ASAP. Turbo Energize. Okay. I guess going to retreat into Drago. And then draw up, which I like a lot. Smart plays by Lee here. Oh, I love that, like, the tools are sideways. So I have, like, the card names being turned on so you guys can see what they are. But the Technical Machine Turbo Energize is sideways here. Love it. All right. So going to retreat here. Regidrago up. I don't know if Lee knows how to retreat. You just drag back. He's saying he doesn't know how to retreat. Yeah, you just drag back to retreat. One of the things that people ask the most about Twinleaf is, how do you retreat? You just click and drag. One of those things you got to get used to. Dragon Horde up to 4 here, and then probably going to Turbo Energize. I have to imagine that Bolt is happening. And then Reggie Drago is, 1 DDE away from KOing Kyogre here. So again, we might diversify energy. We're still going to wave summoning, but we might diversify our energy a bit from where we go to attach with this following turn. It all banks on what we have in our deck, right? I don't think I got to search our deck yet. It's probably a pretty rough matchup. There's just some Basculin. I don't really mind getting rid of that, or the deal is. All right, let's Evolution Incense. There's Drizzile. There's Artillery. I got Ball Guy, Apricorn Maker. Got access to Level Ball, Timer Ball, Nest Ball. Got kind of all the good things here. So let's grab our Drizzile. We don't have we got Tiny Snom, we got Frostmoth, but we don't have the Frost guy. So we got Hisuian Heavy Ball here. But this is going to be Drizzile. Okay. Into probably a Ball Guy. Again, we're getting Level Ball, Hisuian Heavy Ball, and Nest Ball here probably. So let's do that. Ball Guide up. I would love a Level Ball. I would love a Hisuian Heavy Ball. And I'd love a Nest Ball, please. All right, let's go Hisuian Heavy Ball here. Let's grab ourselves a Frigibax. Let's throw it down. Whoop. Let's go Nest Ball here. Let's get ourselves a Snom. Redundancy is going to be key in this matchup. I'm going to go Energy on Drizzile. Level Ball up here to our Artillery. Go ahead and throw Artillery down. Let's Abyssal Hand, 2 more cards. Let's throw down Chaotic Swell just for good measure here. And then, liking where we're at, kind of, let's go ahead and wave Summoning an Energy onto Kyogre. So this is, obviously giving Lee a lot to think about here with, Kyogre being just 1 or 2 energies away and us having 2 Rain Dancers down. So does he go after the active here? Does he, do something else? There's just a lot that is probably going through Lee's mind. We're trying to play games, trying to play the games to the best of our ability. Guzman Hala here. Now we throw down Chaotic Swell. So there's at least the fact that, he's got to do something about Chaotic Swell before he plays whatever stadium he's going to grab. Again, probably looking for a Retreat Tool. Probably looking for a DDE. That means Raging Bolt can just do a ton of damage, right? It can do like 1, 2, 3, 4. It can do 120 to the bench. So nothing safe. Again, Drizzile looks really tempting to get here. Going to discard Recycle from their hand. Again, don't have my Manaphy in my deck today, chat. You can feel ashamed of me. All right, there's Lost City. There's Double Dragon. Thank you, Chaotic Swell. We love you. Oh, Field Blower. Whatever. What you gonna do? This is what I always say about Lost City. You guys know me. This card's just not good for the game, I don't think. Now, what is Lee gonna snipe? Is he gonna get the Drizzile? Because if he gets the Drizzile, he's leaving alone my Rain Dancers. We need a pretty busted top deck, but I'm confident that we can get it. Really just need like 1 or 2 cards here. All right. Chaotic Swell with Field Blower. Looks like maybe he's still got to click the other option. I think that these turbo decks kind of prey on setup decks a little bit. I mean, it's for sure. So I like Turbo Dragons matchup into what we're doing today. Doesn't mean we're not going to play our best. All right, Lost City into play here. Wishful Baton to Raging Bolt. There it goes. Dragon's Horde to draw up a couple cards. Gotta imagine the retreat is coming. Energy retrieval here. Now, you might save Double Dragon here, right? Just attach the lightning. What cards are so lightning, fighting? Yeah, just probably just attach, to Raging Bolt here. Yeah, lightning. Then that's 90. So they got the choice between Drizzile and Octillery. So we'll see what ends up getting hit here. Gotta imagine it's Drizzile. But I could also see it being a Rain Dancer. All right, here goes Thunderburst Storm for 90. Yeah, and there goes our Drizzile. All right, big top deck. We need it to be something big. That's Nessa. Nessa's just not good enough, I don't think. So let's go Energy to Kyogre. There's Artabax. Artabax helps a bit, but I don't think it's good enough. So I can go Artabax here. Let's go Wave Summoning, and let's pass. We're going to need some big things to happen. I think Octillery's gone. If Octillery's gone, then Excalibur isn't, and then we can mount our comeback, potentially. That's where we're at. We need to mount our comeback. Yeah, missing out on anything there was a little busted. Not busted, but broken. We are broken, chat. We are broken people. I think Lee is going to get this one pretty handedly. Here's an Arven, too. I wonder what Arven's going to grab. Most things, I think, are gone from the deck at this point. All right, there's Letter. Just going to keep charging up attackers on the bench. I think you can see why this deck did so well at the 1K. It's like once it gets going, right? We were lost zoned on turn 2, right? Oh, they hit Artabax there. Interested by that one. All right, there's Whelmer. So here's Whelmer. Here is Energy. Here is drawing up some cards. Here's VS Seeker. I don't know if VS Seeker is going to be worth it. Let's Timer Ball. We flip double tails there. Let's... I guess I could Ball Guy again, but what we got in our deck right now? So we're going to get rid of Raging Bolt here. And then maybe just Kyogre's in the danger zone. So let's VS Seeker here for Ball Guy. Let's go ahead and play Ball Guy, see what we got in our deck still. There's Ultra Ball. There's Quick Ball. Let's go ahead and Ultra Ball away these 2 cards. Let's go and get ourselves a Frostmoth here. Let's go and evolve into Frostmoth. Really no point in keeping it around too much. Why has my Whelmer got 90 damage marked on it? Huh. That's interesting. All right. Let's go and Dynamic Wave here. 1, 2, 3. Let's just get rid of... I mean, we got to get rid of the Bolt. It's the danger. I think Lost City is like super bugged. So I think that's part of the issue. I think it puts damage counters on things that shouldn't have damage counters on. Well, there's Brooklet Hill, so at least we get to get rid of Lost City here. Regidrago probably going to come up and smack. And then we got a couple options to think about. Drampa, Regidrago are powered up. We're going to lose Kyogre, so we're down to kind of 2 or 3 attackers here. There's Fire Energy to Regidrago. Wish I had found this Brooklet Hill just a turn earlier here. I think we're going to give up the Frostmoth. Let's see if we can mount a comeback here. We're going to rely a lot on Starmie. So here goes Frostmoth. Let's go Brooklet Hill into play. Let's Brooklet Hill. We're going to go 1, 2. I guess just 1. Buddy Poff in here. Oh, I guess still bringing our Staryu to the bench here. Yeah, I think Lost City is causing Staryu knocked out on benching. Yeah. When you're behind and then Lost City causing bugs. Lost City causing bugs, chat. All right. I'll queue up for one more. I'm having a pretty fun time. All right. We will go second. Yeah, Lost City was doing this thing. Oh, how many times are we mulliganing here? Oh, goodness. All right. Finally got one. Yeah, but Lost City does this thing where, like, it leaves, like, the damage counters on the bench space where the Pokemon was KO'd. So whenever something gets placed on that, it gets the damage counter. So, like, that's why the Wailmer came down with 90 damage counters. And then when Staryu got benched from Brooklet Hill, it got benched on one of the places where a Pokemon had been knocked out with Lost City in play. So it applied those damage counters to the Pokemon. So then it knocked out my Staryu automatically. So it was just like, what are we going to do? You know? So it was one of those situations. You know, what are you going to do? All right. Let's buddy Puff. Let's look at our deck. We got Sobble here. We got Hisuian, Basculin. Those are 2 cards I want to get down. We got Frigibax into Baxcalibur, but no Arctibax. And I do have the Snom and Frostmoth line. Do I have Irida? Yeah, we do got Irida. Do we have Rare Candy? We do got Rare Candy. So I think our play is we're going to get Sobble. We're going to get Basculin. I do want, I think, to Guzma something up. And so I think we're going to Guzma up this Growlithe. It needs a damage counter on it for something to happen. So let's go ahead and Guzma up the Growlithe. Let's go up into Basculin here. Splash Energy here. Let's Hisuian Heavy Ball. We've got Artillery and the prizes, which is a real bummer when you start Remoraid, but that's okay. And then let's go ahead and gather the crew. Rain Dancer. And then I think we're going to really need... They're fighting. They can't stop Kyogre. We're going to go Kyogre here. So I might have to Ultra Ball some things away to get Drizzile going. But hey, look, there's a Brooklet Hill. That'll help. Yeah, Elite GG's. Wouldn't let me not take... Yeah, it wouldn't let you not take the prize. It's not your fault. Lost City's just bugged. So Lost City is just bugged. All right, so here's Training Court. And there's Unit Energy. Training Court kind of busted for us. They can't play it this turn, but kind of busted. We got Hex in our deck, so we got ways to take care of Okidogi. Not upset about that. We'll deal with it. Dude, we got Wailmer, buddy. Come on, Okidogi. You ain't gonna do nothing. There's Focus Sash. Didn't play Training Court, which I'm like kind of cool with. So let's Ultra Ball. Boom, boom. Let's go and get Drizzile. I'm gonna play Drizzile here. Okay. And then I think Drizzile needs to get us, something to draw. I could get Peony here. I don't think Peony's really worth it at the moment. I could get Ball Guy and just kind of get more set up. I could go Irida and go like super aggressive. Um, we kind of have to go Irido, like the way that we're kind of setting up. But I really just want to draw more cards. So I think research might be the play. I know we're getting rid of superior energy retrieval, but it's what happens sometimes. So let's go research here. Let's just draw. There's Whalmer. We got the rare candy for next turn. Let's just go water energy on Whalmer, and let's end the turn. The next turn we'll be able to go like Ball Guy, grab something that can get Inteleon. Once we get Inteleon, we can get 2 tools. Here's Enhanced Hammer. There goes our splash energy. That's a little sad, but that's okay. One of the things when you play your splash out, I was expecting Drizzle to go down. All right, Basculin we're about to lose, so our opponent's about to take a prize. I think we're on the up and up here. I didn't realize it was burned, if I'm going to be honest with you. All right, let's go up into Kyogre here. Let's draw. So Evolution Incense is perfect. Let's go Evolution Incense. And let's just get the Inteleon. We might be relying on Timer Ball a bit here. Let's grab Inteleon. Let's go Inteleon here. Okay. I could get Irida, and it could get us like a bucket plus the backs. We could rely on Timer Ball a bit here. So I think I am going to rely on Timer Ball just for the sake of things. Let's hope. Let's pray, chat. We got double heads. So let's get just a Bax Caliber here. Let's go Rare Candy. On to Frigibax. Let's go into Bax Caliber. Let's go ahead and grab those 2 energies out of our deck. 1, 2. Let's go ahead and attach them as best we can to Kyogre. 1, 2. All right, let's quick ball away Ball Guy. Let's get a free retreat. Let's get Staryu here. Bench Staryu. Let's evolve into Wailord, and then let's Marnie. We got Bucket. Bucket's good. Bucket's the energy that we need. So let's go ahead and attach energy. Let's go 1, 2. And then now we get to go after something. Let's go after, I guess, the Drillbur. 1, 2, 3. Let's hit Drillbur here. Let's take a KO. All right. So the Hisuian Arc Growlithe, I think, needs damage counters on the bench to take a prize. Here's Tag Call here. Attaching the Focus Sash here means that they can't get a retreat tool for the Hisuian Growlithe. So they'd have to like double attach. Here's Riolu. I think Riolu's next on our list of things to get if we can. Inteleon's going to be a good attacker. I kind of need Inteleon to be a good attacker. What is this? This will do 210, and this is at 230. So I can like Inteleon do 20 here, and then I could Wailord for the KO. Just 1 more energy too on Wailord would do the KO too. Peonia is kind of nice to look at. Is Field Blower down? No, Enhanced Hammer. Right, here's Arven. So play the Tag Call and opted for Arven here. I think that they have to go for Retreat Tool. So Okie Dokie is doing how much? Okie Dokie's doing 230. So I'm not really too worried about that. We can set up a play with like Hex Maniac later on. I imagine that the Arven has to be Escape Rope, something else, plus the energy in hand, if they have it. It's all conjecture. Okay, Rogue, 60 HP. That's going to be our Star U threat. All right, Muscle Band VS Seeker. Maybe Colress's Tenacity for Stadium Energy. All right, there's Field Blower. I respect the Field Blower. I mean, we're not going to be doing a lot this turn. I'm just going to throw energies onto Kyogre here. And then I'm going to KO Riolu. All right, let's take another prize. All right, Octillery. Not that we really need it. We do not need to draw up to 5. We got like 70,000 cards in hand. So 4 prizes. I think we'll get another one out of Kyogre here. Just depends. Here comes Mankey. All right, going to discard Nest Ball. Mankey is next on our list. Here comes Guzmahala. And I think they're just looking for an energy. Any energy will do. Again, I'm not going to... This Focus Sash is kind of helping us out here. When you have Kyogre in play, you can just go around the Focus Sash, right? All right. That doesn't change any numbers. So I actually like Rainbow going there for sure. And then here comes Hisuian Arcanine. Hisuian Arcanine now can do some big digits. Kyogre is going down. We'll have an energy in the discard pile if we can find something else. We got 3 energy there as well. Let's go up into Staryu here. All right. And there's Nessa. So Nessa can get us 3 energy. So I can take 1, 2, 3, 4. I can take a lot of KOs here if we needed to. I can take 2 KOs potentially. Or we could just Wailord and solve our problems the good old-fashioned way. I'm going to have to get rid of this Focus Sash and this Brooklet Hill. But let's use this Brooklet Hill first. Let's, I guess, just get Snom out of the deck here. Let's evolve into Octillery. I can actually just go with Inteleon, right? So 1, 2. And then, yeah, we'll Field Blower here and here. I guess I could always Escape Rope too, right? I think let's Field Blower. Let's retreat. I think we'll go Float Stone here. I kind of want to go ahead and Nessa while I have the opportunity. Let's go ahead and Nessa. Let's grab 1, 2, 3, and a Kyogre. And then let's go ahead and just attach all these energies to Wailord. And then let's put 1 on, I guess, Staryu. All right, and so things are looking fine. Let's Aqua Bullet here. Let's put someone Okie Dokie. Oh, hey, this has 130 HP. That's kind of a miss. Read your cards, Jet. So Hisuian Arcanine, 130. I thought it was 120. It might be the other one. Or it might just be mistaking it for something else. Rock Chest Plate on Okie Dokie. Yeah, not where we got Hex somewhere. We'll find it. This does what? Whatever. So this won't KO Inteleon. So we'll get kind of another stab at it. There's Primeape. Primeape will be an issue for us. This will do some damage to Inteleon. I can Escape Rope this into the active. And then we can ping, maybe take out one of these other things. Ping the Hisuian Arcanine. VS Seeker. What's VS Seeker going to get? Arvin, Colress Tenacity, Guzmahala. All cards that seem kind of like a little not the greatest at the moment. But here's Colress Tenacity. I'm hoping they get Training Cord. There's Strong Energy. Strong Energy still a little short. I wonder where the Strong Energy is going to go. just happened? Oh, okay. They had the two of them. All right, let's go up and star you here. There's a level ball. Let's go level ball. Let's grab Frostmoth out of the deck. There's Frostmoth. Let's bench Kyogre. Let's go escape rope here and just see what they decide to do. We'll go up into Octillery. Let's go ahead and evolve into Starmie here. And then let's draw up. There's VS Seeker. There's Irida. So what's Irida get us here? Can I get another energy? I need a little bit more energy. The 1, 2. So let's play Irida here, and let's just see what we got in our deck. There's Palpad. There's Super Rod. So we are going to be a little short on that. So let's just attach energy here. Let's go ahead and retreat, and then let's multi-shot here. 1, 2. We're going to take KO here. And then we'll set up the Tyrogue. There's that and that. Let's take a prize. All right, and there's a water energy. So now we're just worried about Okie Dokie here. I think Hex is in our prizes, so maybe I should have been Peonying that turn. This makes it 30 less. So I think I can attach an energy to Wailord here. We're doing 250 plus 30. That's 280, and this effectively has 260. So I think we have this handled. At least I hope we do. I hope we do. We got all our engines online. Here's escape rope. You can have a Frostmoth. Let's see, what do we have in our discard pile here? We have got Guzma, so I got VS Seeker for Guzma. Here comes Okie Dokie. I mean, if this is the play, I mean, I might just go energy on Wailord here. And then I might Super Rod those energies back in. All right. So I don't even need the Hex anymore, right? I don't even need the Hex anymore. So let's go Super Rod. 1, 2, and 3. Let's just Super Colt an energy onto Wailord. And we're doing 250 now. So that should be enough. Draw a card. There's Palpad. I like Palpad a lot. I just don't want to Palpad anything back when I've got VS Seeker in hand. I might Palpad. Let's put Guzma back in. And let's put Research back in. All right. So let's make sure we did our math right. So this is 5 times 50. That's 250 plus the 30 damage marked. This takes 30 less. I mean, I could always just Hex for good measure, right? Like, why not? When is there going to be another chance to do it and it gets a card out of my hand? So let's Hex. And then let's Hydro Pump here. Cool. There's Dive Ball. I don't think Dive Ball gets us anywhere. Now they still need to find, energy plus evolution here. But there's Martial Arts Dojo. That'll do it. They're going to play Marnie here. So we did find 2 energy. We need to find a couple more. We got at least 1 more in the deck here. I can play my hand out, which is nice, right? So we can maybe get this Starmie powered up the old-fashioned way. And I need to do I need 3 energies, maybe a little bit more now. So I need 4 energy now if they don't evolve into Annihilate here. If they don't evolve into Annihilate, though, we just go 2 for 1. Because this Earthquake's back, right? Okay. Let's attach all our energy to Starmie here. We're going to go for the win. I don't even know if we can really go for the win. Here's Nest Ball. Here is Brooklet Hill. Let's Abyssal. There's another energy. So that's 3. So I need 1 more energy. 1 more energy. So if I via Seeker for Nessa, that's just GG's. Okay, cool. All right. I think we have the line. All right, cool. Hey, good games tonight, guys. Drago Box, real good, is what we learned. Control, not fun to play against. We won, technically. I'm going to give myself the technical win. We should have won. We took all the prizes, but for whatever reason, it did not let us put damage on. And then after that, we played a game against Echo Blubber that had a disconnect. I feel like we were on the comeback, but aggressive decks were doing it. So hey, we saw aggressive decks do really well into Wailord. Like we kind of thought that they would, right? Like it's water. Like aggressive decks taking prizes earlier are going to do good things. We ended up beating a couple of kind of cool matchups here and there. Rapid Strike Starmie showing its strength. Yeah, I like the deck. Again, just those aggressive decks. I think that's where water falls short. I think that's why we didn't see a lot of water decks do really well. And I think that's why the big Wishy-Washy is actually a lot better than a lot of people think. That big Wishy-Washy is kind of a monster. So, cool. Well, hey, everyone, thanks for hanging out. Had a lot of fun doing some viewer battles, even though we didn't technically get into the tournament tonight. We'll maybe do this again. I liked it a lot. Anyway, cool. Everyone, have a wonderful night. Thanks for hanging out with us.